because the bike as an overall package won't disappoint you and it's a joy to ride machine. And I feel Yamaha did a good job with the version 3.0 of the FZ-S. That was last year, and now we have the new updated BS-6 FZ-S version 3.0. And yes, I'm in love with this red color. What's up guys, Tamrakshan here. The all new FZ-S version 3 BS-6 is an upgrade over the previous FZ-S version 3 BS-4, and here we have it. Now based on design, there isn't any difference, but still you can let others know that you have the new BS-6 bike if you get this red or the dark night version. Well, those are the two new color options, and I'm a big fan of this awesome red variant. Now since there isn't any design changes, what has actually changed? Well, firstly, the engine is a new 149cc air-cooled 4-stroke 2-valve fuel injection engine. Well, when you see this, it is the same one on spec sheet because mainly the previous engine was also an FI engine. Now BS-6 update just doesn't mean that carburetor engines will be updated to FI, but instead it's much more. In BS-4 also we had FI engines, and that's actually the case with the BS-4 FZ-S version 3. And here with the BS-6, the internals of the engine is changed to meet the new standards, where the main highlight is that the BS-6 engine is more environmental friendly. Well, let's discuss about BS-4 and BS-6 in a different video, and here with the FZ-S version 3.0 BS-6, Yamaha did tweak the max power and torque generated. For your reference, here is the side-by-side comparison of the max power and max torque of the BS-6 and BS-4 version of the FZ, and as you can see, this new engine produces 12.4 PS power at 7250 RPM, which means there is 0.8 PS power reduction, and for the max torque, well now the max torque generated is 13.6 Newton meter at 5500 RPM, which is actually 0.8 Newton meters of more torque, and all of this at a lesser RPM. Well again, what does these numbers mean? Is it good or bad for us? Firstly, before saying whether it's good or bad, let's check a small basic thing, which is if there is better max power, then that means the bike will gain better speed, and if there is better max torque, then that means the bike will accelerate quicker. That's the basic idea, and here this new FC should accelerate better, but for the top speed, it should be slightly less. And on road, you can feel that better acceleration, and I'm very happy that Yamaha has set the engine this way. This is a very refined and smooth engine like the previous FC, but now this is a more agile bike. It's like the bike is just waiting to be twisted and it jumps forward without any bit of hesitation. And you can feel that sudden acceleration, and that helps a lot to do quick overtakes and also to gain speed easily. You can hit the 80 to 85 km/h mark without any issues, and even at that speed, the bike is refined, and I love the ride quality of this new FC up to a speed of 85 km/h. Now about that, the engine shows a bit of stress, but you can gain more speed and hit the 100 mark. Well, we know that the power has reduced a bit, but I couldn't confirm it considering the road conditions, and that's one important thing which makes me feel that this new tuning is a very welcome one. For majority of us, the basic thing we need is not very high top speed, but we need better speed gain at a faster pace, and that's what you get with this new engine. So from the engine side, this update is pretty great. Now for the gearbox used, it's the same 5-speed gearbox, and the gear shifts are pretty smooth and issue-free. And overall, I like the ride quality of the FZ-S version 3 BS-6. You will feel that better acceleration, and the engine being very well set, it's a bike which the rider will surely enjoy. Now that doesn't mean the pillion won't enjoy it, because here the seats used is the same old single seat with nice cushioning, which is not very stiff or soft. The stiffness is in between, and this seat is a good one for both the rider and the pillion. I did go for a 50 km ride in a stretch, and even after that, I wasn't feeling any tiredness. Now it's not only because of the good seat, but it's also because of good suspension set, and also because of the excellent riding posture. The suspension used is same as the previous version, where the front is telescopic fork, and the rear is a 7-step adjustable monocross suspension. The suspension is a bit stiff set, but still, it did take much of the stress and strain from bad road conditions, and therefore I wasn't feeling any discomfort. And about the riding posture, well, it's not an aggressive sitting posture, and to an extent it's upright with the handle not far away. The gear lever position is also spot on, and overall I love the seating posture. It is stress-free, and it's one of the suited postures for city commutes as well as for long rides. So all of this combined with excellent ride control that this bike offers makes the FC an awesome all-rounder bike. And now with this BS-6 engine, which offers better torque, the FC is one of the best bikes in ride quality and comfort. And also, even though I didn't stress this bike is still the champ in terms of getting through traffic or avoiding a pothole. It's because the ride control is same as the previous BS-4 FC, and that's mainly because the bike has the same dimensions, and it's still one of the lightest bike in this segment, weighing 137 kilograms. But again, this lightness doesn't affect the stability, and also since the tires used are sufficiently thick tubeless tires, well, that helps a lot with cornering, and also with better stopping. And talking about stopping, well, the dual disc, where the front being 282mm and the rear 220mm with single channel ABS in the front, helps a lot for precise stopping. I did try some quick brakes and the brakes responded well, and also the tires did grip on. Now, we didn't touch the design side of this bike, and it's mainly because, like I said in the beginning, it's the same old BS4 design, where on the front you get one of the most striking and aggressive looking LED headlight whose range and coverage, even though not the best in the segment, is still good enough to get you through pitch dark conditions. Then for the instrument console, it's the same negative LCD panel which just shows the basic stuff. And for the handlebar, it's the straight type one with all the needed switch controls. And for the tank, well, it's the same massively sized attractive tank. You get this chrome duct plating from the front of the tank, and that combined with minimal graphics makes this tank stand out. Now for the rear design, well, that's the only spot I'm not fond of with the FC, and it's mainly because of this not so attractive tail light. But the pillion grab rail, even though being a single grab rail, does cover up a bit. And yes, this grab rail is a comfortable one for the pillion to hold. Then for the exhaust, well, it's the same old midship one, but I think Yamaha has changed the exhaust note, and now this does sound more heavy, even though it feels a bit toned down when you leave it idle. And lastly, you still have the rear tire hugger and also the undercowl. I've always said this, which is I'm a fan of matte finished paint schemes, but this red one is not matte finished, and instead it's a very glossy one, but still in person, this is a striking color, and I'm not sure how much justice my camera is doing to this color. So for the design, even though not different, this design of the FCS version 3.0 BS-6 is still attractive, and also this new color is just a cherry on top. Overall, even though Yamaha didn't update the design, what they did upgrade is actually the riding experience, and they did it really well. Because with this new upgrade, one thing that automatically got better is the mileage on top of the higher tank capacity, which is now 13 liters. We couldn't do a very precise mileage test, but during our testing, this new engine gave a mileage of approximately 53 km per liter in good city conditions, which is actually much better than the mileage of the BS4 version. So after all of this, what I feel is the BS6 update for the FCS version 3 is a well thought out one, where the price increase is not very drastic and all the changes we got here are the most welcome ones. And without any doubt, I would easily recommend the FCS version 3.0 BS6 for anyone who's looking to buy a 150cc bike. And before you go, if you're from Kollam, Kerala and you want to test ride or maybe make a booking for this brand new FCS version 3.0 BS6, well, you can contact the number shown here. That's all for this video, guys. Hope you liked it. If so, please do hit the like button and also please do subscribe. See you again soon. Till then, bye and always ride safe.